Hello everyone, hope you're doing well and welcome to another video of HTML and CSS complete course. So in this video I'm going to talk about the common website layout. So we're going to work on this from scratch. Before jumping over to the main point, if you didn't subscribe my YouTube channel, make sure to subscribe this channel and hit the bell icon so you'll get the notification of my new video when I upload it. Alright, so the common website layout has 5 steps. So the first one is header. The header is the logo section of your web page. The second one is the navigation bar, where the visitor can visit throughout your website or they can check your website. The third section is the content, where your main content is located according to the targeted visitors. And the fourth section is the side content, where you can add some information about yourself, like about me, or you can add your popular content or popular posts. And the last one is the footer, where you can add that our copyright, from which owner or which website it belongs. So this is the most common layout for your website. So now we are going to work on this with a step-by-step guide using source code. So let's get started. So this is the HTML page, and this is the empty style sheet, and I'm going to create this from scratch. So for this I've already added the Font Awesome, the third party link here, scripted link here. So that is because I want to use some icons from Font Awesome. If you don't know what's this, so let me check out to show you this. So this is the Font Awesome website, where you can find the icons. So you first need to register your account. First you need to create your account, and after that they will give you a visited link or your kit link. So you can get that kit link and just paste it right here, and after that you can easily use the icons. So let me search for you. So if you need to find like icon of Facebook, so you can easily search for this and you can get the link and use it for in your web page. So I'm going to search for Facebook. As you can see, these are the icons. So you can only just click on this your selected icons and click on this link, and you can easily paste in your wherever you want in your website. You can place it right over there. So because first what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a div element, and I'm going to, instead of class, I'm going to create an ID, and this one will be the header section. And after the header I'm going to create a h1 element, so that one will be coding my website name. After this I'm going to create a div element and class this and name this social media or social icons. And now I'm going to paste that links right here, and I'm going to add the Facebook, then I'm going to search for Twitter. Here we go. You can just easily copy this from here and paste it here. And after this I'm going to search for, you can search for everything you want. So I'm going to search for TikTok. Here we go. Let's copy this, paste it here, and the last one will be the YouTube. Here it is. Let's copy this again and paste it right here. So that's it. Now let me, so here you can see the live demo of my web page. So this is the title of the web page, and these are the icons. So before jumping over to the next section, first let's add some style into this. For this I'm going to jump over to the CSS, and I'm going to target the body element. So I'm going to add margin 0 and padding 0. So this will remove all default margin and padding. After that I'm going to target the header element. And here I'm going to add the background color, which will be light green. And after this I'm going to add the width, which is 100%. And let's add margin. First let's save this and let's check how it looks. So here we go, here it is. And now let's add margin top minus 20 pixels. And that's it. Let's add this minus 21. Yeah, it's good enough. So now after this I'm going to target the header, and inside the header I have h1 element. I'm going to target the h1. So the color is going to be black, which is by default it is. And after that I'm going to add the font family. So I'm going to select this font family, and after this I'm going to select the font size, which will be 24 pixel, and the font width will be 20%. And let's add display this block, and padding should be 0 by 30 pixel. And the last line height is going to be 60. Let's save this. So here we go, here it is. Simple title, as you can see. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to target this social media icons so that it will place right next to the h1 element. So for this I'm going to target the social media class or social icons. Social icons. And here we have display, display graph template will be columns, and let's make this repeat 4 by 50 pixel. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to and let's make this float right, and the margin top will be minus 50 pixel. Let's save this, and here we go. Here it is. It's right next to the title of my web page, as you can see. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to work on a navigation bar, and inside the navigation bar section I'm going to add the search bar as well. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a div inside the h1 element. After this headers div, I'm going to create another div, and this class name will be navbar or navigation bar. Responsive nav, responsive navigation bar. So I'm going to create nav ul and li, and inside li I'm going to create a element, and here I'm going to add home, and let's copy this. Yes. So the first one is home, the second one is services, projects, about, and content. or excuse me, contact. So inside this, so now I'm going to create a form here. So the form is going to be, form class name will be search bar, and let's remove this action and method attribute to rule, and this the rule will be search. And inside this form attribute element, I'm going to create another div element and name this form group, and let's add input. So the input will be text and the class name will be is going to be form control. And that's it. Now I'm going to create a button, a search button, so that it will search for submit, or you can use, let's remove the name and let's add the class name. So that one will be btn by btn dash default, and let's name it search. So that's it. As you can see, when I save this, it will display right here. These are the navigation, this is the navigation bar, and this is the field, input field, and this is the search button right here. So now let's jump over to the CSS and let's add the style section here. I'm going to target the navigation bar. So let's target the responsive. Alright, so now let's add width 100%, and let's add the background. So the background color will be black, this type color, and let's add margin. And first let's save this, and you can see there is a gap between header and a responsive a header and the navigation bar. So I'm going to, let's add the margin top minus 70 pixel. Let's save this. Here we go, gap is removed. So now after this, what I'm going to do, I'm going to target the responsive dash nav. Inside the navigation bar, I have navigation bar UL and LI. So I'm going to target the LI. So display inline block, so that it will display side by side. And let's add a padding. The padding will be 20 pixel, and let's add a font size will be 20 pixel as well, and let's add font family. Font family will be this font. Now when you save this, as you can see, it is placed side by side. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to change the color and change this underline. And for this, what I'm going to do, I'm going to again target this. I'm going to, instead of writing this, I'm going to copy this and let's paste it here, and let's target the A. And here I'm going to add the color, this color, and let's remove the text decoration, none. So this text decoration will remove this underline, and this color will change the color of the text. So when I save this, as you can see, the underline is removed and the color is changed as well. And after that, when I over the cursor, as you can see, nothing happened. So I'm going to tell that when I over the cursor, the background color should be changed. So for this, I'm going to use the over a studio class. So over, and here I'm going to tell that background color should be this color, and the padding should be 20 pixel, and the cursor should be pointer. Now when I save this, so when I over the cursor, as you can see, the color background color is changed and the cursor is pointer. So we need to remove this from here as well, so that it will place in the right, this side, this place at the right side of the our navigation bar or menus. Now let's so now we are going to target the search bar. So this one will be float right, and let's save this. As you can see, it's right here, but we want to place this inside the navigation bar section, inside this black background. So we need to add a margin top minus 67 pixel, and margin right will be 100 pixel. So let's save this. As you can see, it's right this side. And after this, what I'm going to do, I'm going to target the input section. Search bar, inside the search bar I have input element. I'm going to add the width for this, so that width will be 220 pixel, and the padding will be 10 pixel. Let's save this. As you can see, it's a little bit bigger than before one. And now let's target this button. So now we are going to target this from by selecting the search bar, and inside search bar we have a button. So we're going to target that one. So width will be 80 pixel, padding is 10 px, float this to right side, and margin, let's add a margin so that it will place right at the right side of this field. Margin top will be minus 90 pixel, and excuse me, it's margin right. So margin top is 1390 pixel, and margin right is minus 90 px, and let's add border radius so that it will add some, remove this corners from here, and border radius will be 5 px, and the background color should be the color of that, this color. So when I save this, as you can see, it is placed right here. And now let me change the color of the text as well. Here we go, and let's make this little bit bolder. So that one, font family, font width, excuse me, will be bold. When I save this, here we go, here it is. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add the over effects for this as well. So search bar, and let's select the procedure class which is over, and let's add the cursor pointer here. Save this. So now when I over the cursor, as you can see, the cursor is changed to the pointer, and here you can see these are the backgrounds. So our navigation bar is done as well. And now what I'm going to do, we need to work on the second part of the third part of our web page, which is the content section. Now let's jump over to the CSS part, excuse me, the HTML section. And now here I'm going to create a div by the name of raw, and here I'm going to create another div by the name of left column, and inside this I'm going to create another div which will be the card, and let's add the heading too. It will be title heading. You can use the uppercase as well, so I'm going to use the lowercase, and let's use the heading 5. So this one will be title description of the December. So it's today's date is December 31 of 22. Alright, so that's it. And here you can also add the image for your section. So I'm going to add a div, and let's add like a fake image img. I'm not going to add any image right here, so I'm going to add the style for this as well at the same inside this element. So style will be, so the height is going to be 200 pixels, and the text is going to be image. So that's it. And after this, here I'm going to create a p element. So that the p element is for a simple text, and also I'm going to add another text that I already have here. Here it is. I'm going to copy this from here, and let's add this right here. Here we go. So that's it. Now let's save this and let's check how it looks. So here it is. You can see right here, this is the image section, this is the title of your post, and here you can see these are the information that's according to your post. So we need to add some style into this as well. So before adding the style, I'm going to add 2 or 3 other sections as well, and here I'm going to add another section inside the raw and left column, and outside the card section. Here I'm going to create another div which is card, and here I'm going to add h2, and this one will be title heading, and here I'm going to add h5. So this one will be title description of December 31 to 22. This is the same thing that I'm going to add, and let's paste it right here, and that's it. Now when I save this, this is the second section of our web page, second post of our web page, or second column of our web page. Alright, so that's it. So now we are going to add some style into this. So let's jump over to the style sheet, and here I'm going to target the left column, and let's add float this to left, and let's add width 65%, and after this I'm going to target the fake image, and let's add a background color. Let's add this color to the background, and let's add width will be 100%, and the padding should be 20 pixels. That's it. Now let's save this. As you can see, here it is. This is the image section. Now we are going to work on the card as well. Card, and inside the card I'm going to add the background color. The background color will be white color, and let's add a padding 20 pixel, and margin top will be 20 pixel. Save this. Here we go. Here it is. Now let's target the row and use the Studio after, so it will Studio class after, and let's remove the, so that it will clear the floats after the column. The content, let's remove this. The content will empty and display this table, and clear both. Here we go. And after this, what I'm going to do, so first let me check this. So as you can see, our both section is completely done, and I think this section I didn't add the image section right here for the second one. So you can just copy paste this from here. You can also add this into your section post as well, if your second post had the image. Just add it right here. Here we go. Let's save this, and that's it. As you can see, really simple. So now we are going to add the fourth part of our web page, which is the site content, where you can add like some information about yourself, or you can show your popular posts for your visitors. So I'm going to add this as well, and now, so that's it for this section. Now let's do that one as well. Right, so now let's check. So outside, so here I'm going to create another div, which will be the right column, and here I'm going to create a card as well, and let's create h2 element. It will be about me. Let's add the fake, so I'm going to copy paste this. Here it is, and the height will be 100 pixels. The fake image is done. Now let's copy this from here. Here we go. Here it is. Simple text for saving time, and paste it here, and that's it. So after this, let me save this here and let's check. So as you can see, it is right. I'm going to add some changes for this. First, we do the other section, other parts of the right corner, then we will jump over to the CSS. So for this, outside the card section, I'm going to add the create another div, another card, and here I'm going to add h3. So this one will be popular posts, and inside this I'm going to create div elements. So this one will be image, and I'm going to copy this and paste it 2 more times. Here we go, and let's add p element as well here. That's it. Now let's add the last one. Let's create another card, and h3 element. So this one will be follow me section, where the visitors can follow you through the Twitter, Facebook page, or your YouTube channel if you have. And here you can add that some. I'm going to use this for now, and let's save this. So when we check, as you can see, these are the sections that we have added right now. So what I'm going to do now, let's jump over to the CSS and let's add some style into it, so that it will place at the right corner of our web page. So for this, I'm going to target the right column, and add float right, width will be 25%, background color will be this color, and let's add padding left. Padding left will be 25 pixels. Let's save this. So as you can see, it works. And this is the about section. You can add your image or your information here. These here will be shown your popular posts that you have posted in your web page or your website, excuse me. And here you can connect your Facebook page or Twitter link, whatever you prefer. So the last section is the footer section. Now let's add the footer section as well. So inside the HTML, I'm going to create another div. Its name will be footer section, and here I'm going to create a div which will be container, and here I'm going to copy this from here and copy, and let's paste it here, and here we go. That's it. This is everything we need for our footer section. And when I save this, and here you can see this is the footer section. really simple for now. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to add the style for this. So now first I'm going to target the footer dash section. I'm going to add width, which will be 100%. Background color going to be black. So when I save this, and here you can see there is a gap between at the margin bottom minus 20 pixel, and the height is going to be 70 pixel. Now let's save this, and here we go. This is the footer, and this is the other text, which is black. So now I'm going to change that as well. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to target this footer section. Inside the footer section, I have another class, which is container, and we have a P. I'm going to change the color of that paragraph and the text, align this to center. Now let's save this. Here it is. It is aligned at center. And now I'm going to change the color of these links as well. So after this, I'm going to target that as well, and container A, and let's add the color. So the color will be light gray. Now let's save this. Here we go. Here it is. So our footer section is created as well. So now the last section is that we need to change this into the responsive web page. So when I resize the browser, as you can see, it is really, so we need to change this into responsive so that it will work in all devices, all type of devices. So for this, I'm going to jump over to the style sheet as well, and here I'm going to use the media query. So media query, and let's select the screen so that it will sit for all type of screen, and here I'm going to use the max width so that it will work under if the web page, if the window or the screen is smaller than 860. So it will first add some changes into nav bar or navigation. So the width should be 100%. So the float will be none. It will locate at the center. Font size will be 80 pixel, and let's text align center. Save this, and now let's change the screen. As you can see, here we go. When I over this, and now we need to add some changes into this search bar. So now let me copy this from here and paste it, and let's use the hover effect. Let's add the hover effect for this as well. So the background color should be this color, and the width should be 100%, and the margin left should be minus 40 pixels. Now let's save this, and when we hover the cursor, as you can see, it is properly, the background is changed, covered complete. And now we need to place this at the right top and outside from this navigation bar, at the right bottom side. And here we're going to select the search bar and input. The margin top is going to be 90 pixel and border 2px solid this color, so that it will be displayed right here. As you can see, here it is. And I'm going to target the button as well. So I'm going to change its background, excuse me, so I'm going to change its border for 2px solid, the same background color. And after that, I'm going to select, I'm going to add another media query here, and let's media query screen and max width. So when the window is 800 pixel, so it will select the left column and also select the right column and change the width of these to 100% and add padding to 0. Save this, as you can see, and here you can see, let me change this into a small screen. And as you can see right here, when the right column is jumped to the bottom of the web page. Here you can see. So now our web page is completely responsive. It will work in all devices right here. As you can see, it adjusts the size, it adjusts itself to the size of a window. Here you can see, when I resize the web page, it is looks completely responsive. So that's it. This is everything we need to learn about website layout. This is the common website layout that we have learned in this video. So don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon. If you learned something from this video, please leave the comment below.